If you graduated recently, you've probably noticed that the old advice, spray out 500 resumes and wait for a callback, doesn't work anymore. The entry-level job market has shifted entirely. Recent data from Stanford shows that employment for software developers between 22 and 25 has dropped by nearly 20% since its peak. This graph illustrates exactly why this is happening. The blue line here shows entry-level hiring plummeting by 25%, and it crosses perfectly with this rising orange line, which represents companies using AI for junior tasks. 4 out of 10 businesses now use automation for the exact work they used to give to recent grads, which means a standard 4-year college degree doesn't buy you the safety it used to. Look at this widening gap. Relying on a generic diploma often leads to prolonged job searches and hyper-competition for the few remaining junior slots. The era of the generalist junior, the eager candidate willing to do a little bit of everything, is over. To secure a role today, you have to offer something highly specific. But the market isn't actually shrinking. 87% of technology leaders are actively planning to increase their headcount this year to execute critical projects. They aren't hiring generalists. They are desperately looking for people to secure networks, build data infrastructure, and deploy AI models. The Bureau of Labor Statistics confirms how scarce this talent is. Unemployment rates for systems analysts and security analysts sit well below 2.6%. These are the people with options. You don't usually get these skills from a standard university curriculum. Getting into these fields requires targeted, rigorous self-education outside the classroom. If you want immunity from the entry-level hiring collapse, you have to trade the comfort of a broad education for highly specialized, verified technical skills. If you're fresh out of school, your best bet is becoming what the industry calls a specialized executor. This means you stop applying to generic roles. Instead, you spend your time acquiring vendor-backed, skills-first credentials. Certifications like AWS Solutions Architect or CompTIA Security Plus are heavily demanded right now. They signal to employers that you know exactly how to operate the specific systems they use. This diagram shows how the hiring logic works today. Notice how a resume with specific certification nodes skips the generic HR filter entirely and routes straight to hiring managers, landing in a much higher starting salary bracket. But here is the trade-off. These credentials expire. Technology moves fast, meaning you have to enter a continuous refresh loop of studying and recertifying to keep your job. You get excellent upfront pay and job security, but you're signing up for a career of exhausting, continuous learning. If you're 27 and switching careers, you probably won't outcode a 22-year-old computer science grad. Your best target is a hybrid role, like a technical account manager or IT project manager. These roles let you leverage the years you've spent in sales, customer support, or consulting, combining your past work history with technical knowledge. You bring the ability to handle frustrated clients, navigate conflict, and manage stakeholders. You possess the emotional intelligence that an AI model simply cannot replicate. The catch is that your technical growth will be slower, and you'll be dealing with the daily stress of acting as a bridge between demanding enterprise clients and internal engineering teams. For older career switchers, professional maturity and communication skills are the exact tools you use to compete against younger candidates and automation. A third path ignores the software sector entirely, focusing instead on physical infrastructure, green technology. The International Labour Organization counted 16.6 million global renewable energy jobs in 2024. They project that number will exceed 30 million by 2030. This growth requires solar PV installers, battery storage engineers, and grid integration specialists. It combines deep knowledge of mechanical systems or electrochemistry with the physical reality of building heavy infrastructure out in the real world. The trade-off is demanding. You have to be willing to do hard physical labor, travel to remote locations, or commit to rigorous hands-on retraining. But if you do, you access an exploding market with high starting salaries, severe talent shortages, and a tangible sense of purpose. Green tech offers massive upside if you are willing to trade the comfort of a remote office job for specialized physical work. Acquiring any of these specialized skills brings up an obvious problem. How do you get trained without taking on massive university debt? The modern tech apprenticeship is the 2026 solution to this problem, letting you earn while you learn. Programs like Microsoft Leap or IBM's apprenticeship explicitly target people without 4-year computer science degrees, offering real salaries while you train on production systems. Looking at this quadrant chart mapping cost against demand, apprenticeships sit perfectly in the high-demand, low-cost top left corner. But that also makes them fiercely competitive. You will need a stellar portfolio of independent side projects just to get an interview. If you can get in, these programs bypass the junior hiring collapse entirely because they embed you directly into revenue-generating teams from day one. So how do you decide your next move? It comes down to your current background. As this decision tree lays out, if you already have a technical background, your path goes this way. Stop applying to generic roles and start acquiring niche, vendor-backed certifications. If you have a non-tech background, your route follows this second path. You leverage your past work history, build an independent portfolio, and target hybrid roles or competitive apprenticeships. The World Economic Forum notes that pure technical ability is no longer a unique advantage. It is just the baseline requirement to play the game. Your true career advantage in 2026 is the ability to combine verified niche technical execution with the emotional intelligence and strategic communication that no machine can replace.